It's 5:55 here on New Year's Eve. I'm so excited. So many things are happening, but really I just came on to say hello to all the people that are bored and maybe perhaps just reliving some of all of the excitement from this year and looking forward to the next year. Super exciting. It's the year of the rabbit, in case you didn't know. Next year. Really, true story. Funny thing. And it also equals 7. The number 7, 2 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7, which is a spiritual number. And if you go back to 2016, it would be 7 years of when the 2020 election was done. No, not like when actually the voting, sorry, for Hillary was done, not the 2020 election. I can't do math tonight. I'm a little tired. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so it's been an exciting little year in review. It's actually gone by so fast, I can't even believe it. Can't even believe it, but now it's even coming out full force. So, with all of this shenanigans. So, there's no doubt in my mind. Oh, hi. Hello. Where are you from? Oh, Effie. Oh, Elfie. Oh, I gotcha. That's, I can't even really read without my glasses, sorry. I'm gonna try. I forgot them upstairs before I made the video. Silly me. But tonight is just really about everyone talking about coming together. Coming together. Oh, in Ireland. There we go. Irish. That's what I thought it was. I can read if I know if I'm familiar with the words. Happy New Year. Yeah, I can't really see that great. Maybe it'll just, oh, hi from Ontario. I love Ontario. I call it the 3-day province. You know what I'm talking about. If you've driven across, oh, at 222 in the video. If you've driven across Canada, which I did this year for the first time in my 53 years of life. I've been all over the west coast from Winnipeg over that way, but not so much to the east coast. And I was very delighted, but the weather was not the time for me to go. Oh, you're in Okanagan. I love the Okanagan. It's one of my favorite places. So, yeah, it takes that long to cross it. That's exactly it. It's like very arduous, and especially in the winter. Like you go right past the Great Lakes. It's like going past a frozen ocean. There's no other way to describe these places. It's freaking freezing. So people from Detroit and all of the lake, Superior Lake, uh, you know what I mean, the Great Lakes. I can't speak English tonight. Would know exactly the type of cold that you get to deal with. But I'm still gonna hold out and say that Newfoundland had some of the coldest weather on my body this year. Brr. So today it was really nice out. I went for a long walk. My legs feel like rubber. And I think if I'm going to do traveling this year, which I'm probably going to do a lot more traveling, it will be in the summer. Oh, you live across from Detroit. Yeah. Oh, it's warm there right now. Lucky you. It's actually kind of warm here. It's 1 degree. So Celsius. That's in Celsius. Well, look at us in the Bard. This is about music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling, and that's kind of what we do on the show. But it's also about how you guys are all going to become historians too. Um, oh, Happy New Year's from Alberta. Oh, look at this. We got the unconditional love in the dog again, and it's about loyalty and sincerity and protection. So, what is that telling me? There's like, we need to surround a whole bunch of people in love and protection. There's a big story about to be unveiled, I think. It's an exciting time. Wouldn't it be awesome if something happened over like a pizza box or something? Oh, from Bowden. That's in Alberta, right? You're in Alberta. 2-day blizzard, couple feet of snow. It's been warm. Oh, Oh, nice. Yeah, my friends are in, I have friends that live in Manitoba, and they'll often tell me when it goes like really super cold there, but it's different. The cold, oh, Rocky Mountain House, hello. Oh, yes, Alberta, thank you, I knew it. Um, so, um, but in Alberta, the cold here is different. It's like when people say, "Oh yeah, I would never live in Canada because it's minus 30 or 40 degrees." I can live in minus 30 in Alberta. Okay, I don't really like it, but it's a dry cold. And then when you go out closer to the lakes and stuff, minus 20 there is like minus 50 in Alberta to me. It's like freezing cold. Brr. And I'm also freezing, I should note, when I go across the pond to visit my friends over in UK, and I usually go there around May, June, July. And well, I've been there from May till September. What am I talking about? The 6 months. But I'm freezing. I'm freezing in summer. I go to the Primark and buy myself like new pair of $4 sweatpants because I'm freezing my butt off. Like, or a new sweater or something. Like I'm just cold. So yeah. Yeah, it's damp cold. You can handle minus 20. Oh, good for you. I don't think we should even be surviving with that kind of bullshit. Like climate warming my arsehole. Do you guys heard about the snowstorm in Saudi Arabia? Like that's nuts. A foot of snow in the middle of the Middle East. Yeah, Greta, we believe you. 1,000%. 1,000%. So yeah, there's not a lot going on for me today other than I went and ran some errands, and I had some really cool synchronistic moments happen actually today. So I went. What was the first one? Um, oh, I kept seeing all the repeated numbers, but um, oh yeah, I saw this lady. This is so sad. I went to go get some memory sticks to clean up my computer tonight. And I saw this lady down by the Tim Hortons, and she was probably like 80 years old, sitting outside. And I know it wasn't very cold out today, like maybe it was -5 when I saw her. Like it did warm up to 1 degree today, but it was cold when I did see her. And she was sitting outside on her little stroller with a cup hanging out, like she's, needs money. And I'm like, oh goodness, like, is this where we're still at? Like, so sad. So I give her some money. I ask her if she needs anything. She's like, no, just money. And I'm like, okay, well, have a good day. Happy New Year. Feel shitty about that. But, anyways, I go get my stuff and I go grab some lunch. It was good at this Middle Eastern store. And then I go grab a smoothie, like a booster juice. I haven't had one for a long time. Oh my God. I don't know if it's me, but holy, the amount of sugar in there. I got such a headache. But the lady made me another one by accident, like, or just made two. So I took that and I'm like, oh, I'm going to give it to somebody homeless. Literally walked around the corner, bam, there's a guy. Give him a Slurpee. And he was like super grateful. Should have really given him the other one and just gotten another straw. But there are still some homeless people downtown and it's really sad. So I'm hoping all of these people just find a place to live. And, whoop, look at that. I went to go read another card. And when I said find a place to live, the butterfly popped out. So I'm not going to read any more cards tonight because they're going to get gifts, I think. I hope everybody has a home this year. That's my one New Year's resolution, and all the children are returned home, like across the globe. So um, I was going to answer some questions. Somebody asked me, there's a few questions. You feel free to ask questions before I get off the channel if I haven't answered your questions. But somebody asked me what happens when I don't show up to this person filing a lawsuit against me, like this court case. I don't know. I'm not under their authority. I'm not in their jurisdiction. I don't subscribe to that court of law. I'm a sovereign citizen, so that venue doesn't apply to me. I wouldn't show up at that venue at all. So other people still might have to participate in that, but me being a journalist And for 979 days, I have been making videos on YouTube. Yeah, it's only been 979 days, but that's an angelic number. Go look it up. It's like the coolest number ever. It's the end of evil. It's the beginning, the end of something and the beginning of something bigger. And yeah, it's a really cool number. So I stick with my journalistic, artistic integrity that I am doing no harm, but I am reporting the truth. So if you have done something bad against a child, say a 6-year-old child, I'm not going to stop talking about that because you have not proven your case one bit. Like you haven't done anything to prove that you're not that person. In fact, you just got promoted and everybody's covering up everything for you. So, whatever. So I did do something funny today because I don't normally participate in those politicians and things like that. I just think they're stupid. But I do it more for comedic relief and to wake up other people that might be following, like, say, Trudeau. And this morning the robot made some post about how they were doing these electric vehicles and blah, 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 and all this crap. And I went and responded something to the effect of, oh, is this like more human trafficking, money laundering, all that stuff? I don't care. I don't care. You know, I think it's all going to start coming out, like all of the things with Pizzagate, all of the things with all of the human trafficking, who was human trafficking. Yes, I saw the video of Andrew Tate's brother talking about how he had sex with underage girls. I can't say that on here, otherwise sometimes there's weird comments that like the bots come out on this channel. So I try not to say stupid words that get it triggered. But anyways, I'm super looking forward to this year. I'm really, really looking forward to this year, I think, more than any other year. Because I know we're so close to returning all the children. And every single truther is saying the same thing. Together, unity, truthful, together, unity. Coming together. So I do believe we're coming to the end where we all rise up together for the children. Because seriously, if the biggest things are that are like tweeting right now are what is it? God's War, Epstein's List, human trafficking, and the Pizzagate. Those are trending. Yay! We're here! Finally! So, I do believe there is a lot of things come to an end right now. So, yeah, they do need to release that human trafficking movie that was supposed to come out. But I think it's for good reason. That's part of like a lot of the disclosure because there's people I think still being protected because of their own situations with court cases. So yeah, there's a lot of people being dragged through the mud right now. I don't know if you follow Megan Walsh on Twitter, but she's John Walsh's daughter who has had, I believe, her children taken away and false claims and stuff, and she's supposed to go to court right away. And so there's a lot of people being threatened right now because they're scrambling. They're scrambling for money, they're scrambling for everything. They're scrambling to get as many people in the lowest vibrations as they can. So this is our job. This is our job to stay in the highest of vibrations and work together. Work together in unity and in brother and sisterhood. That's what we've all been doing. So I'm very grateful for this whole entire year and everybody who has been watching for the 979 days and all my friends that I've had longer than 79 days and all the people I've met in the 979 days. It's quite amazing to me. It is like been the most intense 1,000 days of my life that I can even imagine. So, um, uh, no, that wasn't the one that Anne Hesh was making. That was the one that Jim Caviezel, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong, and Tim Ballard were making that one. Um, and that will be a good one, I know for sure. But there's a lot of shows that are, shoot, I just watched that. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, but I watched Silk Road, and I hadn't seen that before, and it had showed about how, like, the Bitcoin and all of the drug, like, money and stuff. I think people need to kind of accept that these stories, some of those were closed down. Like, I think that was all part and parcel to close down a lot of the beginning of closing down the back channels of all of the dark stuff. So there's been lots of things being going on in the background that maybe it's gone on and, oh yeah, we've recognized it, but it's not really sunk in the gravity of what actually happened when these things, and who participated in them at a huge level. So, wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have to go through another year, with all of this, and this is our year of truth and reconciliation? Oh, would just be great. So, yep. And oh yeah, I was gonna just mention that, thank you to Swiss Army Knife Spice for telling me this. But that Pope Benedict that just croaked, the 95-year-old, had more power than the guy who's actually being a hologram right now. And that's the guy who was also not allowed into Canada after 2013, thanks to Kevin Annett and the International Criminal Court. And he's the same guy, Kevin Annett, who did murderbydecree.com. And that's where the list of 75 names and 10,786 corporations that have been found guilty of crimes against humanity here in Canada. So the first name on that is Elizabeth Windsor. And so if that court managed to keep that guy, they don't want me to say this. Hold on one sec. If that court managed to keep Pope Benedict out of Canada, and actually Lizard Breath out of Canada since 2013, and got him to step down, then you know that was kind of like, to me, the beginning of the end. So now that he's dead, that's also the death of all of the money stranglehold, that there's no more money in the Vatican anymore. So that all that gold's been moved anyways, but no, they're really really broke. There's no more nothing. So a lot of what had to happen this last year was they had to spend all of that fiat currency that was linked to all of the darkness, so they could catch everybody. It's like these big honey pots. Okay, like, let's set up this. It's like those television shows where they catch people being predators on children. It's the same thing, but they just do it with money. Okay, we're gonna set up this fake cryptocurrency here, blah blah blah, and then get all these people. I'm not saying the white hats do it, but that's what they do. So they have to go and untangle these spider webs of and catch all of these people, IP addresses and da 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 da, blah blah blah, and all the evidence. So they have all of the evidence when they go to court for martial law and military law. So it's the W that is going to bring us back to the L, if you watch my other video the other day. So the law of the land and the people are where it's at. We, the people, are rising up, but we're going to need military help to get rid of this rest of the darkness that is happening. And that's what's going on this year. So that's why I don't care about some Queen's Court, King's Court, Kangaroo Court, retarded court, whatever. I'm not going there. It's not happening. I don't consent to enter into any contract, written, verbal, or otherwise, with those people. They mean nothing to me. So, zero, zip, zilch. They're not in my matrix. So, yeah, Barbara Walters too. Babs, dead. Who cares? Like, honestly, pretty sure it was a man, anyways. So it's probably like its first name was Walter or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I really appreciate everybody who's been with me. And I love you. I just truly, truly love you. And I hope everybody gets some rest tonight and look after your heart space, get grounded, and who knows what's going to come out in the next little bit, but I know that the vibration is ready to go through the ceiling. And this morning, I swear I was in some weird effed up matrix. I couldn't even like. Usually, I make my friend breakfast here every morning, and I burnt the pancakes and like just cooked yeah, I think my eyes were glued shut. Anyhow, but get lots of rest and drink plenty of water and be kind to yourself and be kind to your family members and help them out and just let them know that conspiracy theorists are hot this year. I actually made that comment when I was in Best Buy today and I cracked up some old man beside me because I had to wait there forever to pay with cash. I don't pay with cards in places. I pay with cash. So I had to sit in a line, no shit, for like 20 minutes just because I had cash. And these tellers would come from around the stores. Anybody got credit cards or whatever? You can come pay over at this till. And I'm still standing there with my items. Like, so of course the conspiracy theory about tracking came up real quick. I didn't even bring it up. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, that's where we're going to. Yeah, yeah, me too. Cash in person. Yeah. Yeah, and the energy that's coming in is like phenomenal. Like my legs feel like spaghetti. I had some weird back and kidney pain this morning, and I'm like, oh, I didn't sleep quite right, and I'm probably be in bed at 8:30 tonight. So, Happy New Year! I don't care. Yeah, so I wish you guys all light and love moving forward, and do your best to try and stay in the positive vibes. Don't get involved in any political talk unless you're going and mocking out like some of these people's pages just to raise awareness and do it really funny. Try not to get yourself kicked off. There's a fine line being like exposing it and yeah. So yes, thank you Quebec. Stay strong and pray for everybody. Love and above. That's what it is for us going forward. So love you guys. Take care.